If you're curious and you've clicked on this video wondering how much money do I actually need to start trading Forex, then you're in the right place. You might have heard some people say you need a lot of money in order to start trading. You might have heard some people turn a small account into a lot of money. So in this video, we're going to answer that question. So keep watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Also, once again, thank you everyone for the support. If you do like the video, I would appreciate a like, comment. I've had lots of good comments recently, people relating to the channel and the videos I've been talking about. So it's nice to hear from you guys, and I'll get back to you. And subscribe. We're on a journey to hit 100 subscribers. We're quite close. Once we're at 100, we want to go to 500 and just keep growing and helping as many people as possible. So any support, any likes, subscribed, comments, anything like that, I'd be so appreciative. So let's get into the video. So there's a lot of conflicting advice and opinions on how much you actually need to start. Some people, like I said, say you need hundreds of thousands of pounds because in order to make 1 or 2% a month or 3%, that's only a couple of £1,000, which in today's living, it's not that much. But then you hear other people say they started with a small account and they ended up scaling it up and compounding it massively. So my personal opinion on this is, and this is what I did, is I would start, obviously everyone starts in different positions, financial positions. Some people start with a lot of money, some people start with not much. Now, the advice I'd give to everybody is start trading on a smaller amount, enough that you care, so you can learn from the losses that you take and the wins that you have, but not too much where if you lose it, you're in financial difficulty. So I started personally, I was a student at school, to just turned 18, and I started with £500. So at the time, that was enough, a substantial amount of money where if I lost all that 500, it'd be quite a, it wouldn't be everything, but it was enough for me to care. And that's important because if you're trading demo accounts and you're practicing on a very small amount of money, you don't really care if you lose. I'd found that with lots of people, lots of traders that I knew, that they'd be trading, say, £100 or £50, and they'd place such a small trade that if they lost, they weren't putting the time to learn why, like how it lost, why it lost, what they need to do to improve. So having an amount of money that all depends on your circumstances. Amount of money that it's an amount that if you lose, you're not in trouble. It's not everything you have, but enough that you want to improve, you want to make money on it, and learn the skill. Because nowadays, back when I started, prop firms weren't as prominent as what they are now, or prevalent as what they are now, but nowadays the capital and the money isn't the problem for traders. It's learning the skill set. If you know what you're doing, you're trading, it could take you a couple of attempts to get a funded account because you might know what you're doing and you might have a good strategy, but it just might not play out that month that you decide to go for the funding. But the skill set is the most important thing. The money isn't the issue anymore. There's, like I say, there's these prop firms that will fund traders that are skillful enough and talented enough, and they put the time in to learn their craft. So my advice is start with a small amount, like I said, £500, and I spent 3 years learning on that small account. So I wasn't making much money at all. I wasn't trying to over risk and try and flip that 500 into 10,000. My main goal was to get consistent on that small £500 account, making 3 to 5% per month. It's only £15, £25, nothing. But once I knew I was consistent on that small account, once I knew that I was consistently hitting 3, 4, 5, 6, 10%, whatever the percentage month was, once I knew I was consistent, then I could start to look to scale up when I'm ready. And that's what my advice would be to lots of people, where don't think about, even if you don't have much, that's fine. Learn your lessons and your mistakes on the small account, so you don't have to take £1,000 loss for that mistake. If you have a £500 account, I was risking £5 per trade, 1% of my capital. So every bad trade that I took and every stupid mistake and every decision that I did that was wrong and I shouldn't have done, I didn't lose much money, but then I didn't make much money. But that didn't matter because I knew once I was consistent, I could scale up and scale up to a bigger amount of money, and then that same 1 or 2% trade would be a lot more monetary wise. Obviously, when we talk about how much you need to be a full-time trader or to live off trading, again, that's down to your own personal circumstances, how much your bills are, how much you need to earn. But like I said, the main focus shouldn't be how much do I need to start. Anybody can start. at any point. Even if you don't have that much money, you can still do it on a demo account. I wouldn't recommend that for too long because you can form bad habits, and you want to have some the emotions aren't, you don't have as much emotional ups and downs when you're trading a demo account because it's not your real money. Even a £500 account, if I lost a couple of trades, it was still, especially at that time when I was 18, 19, it was like you're still feeling those emotions, which is what a lot of traders suffer with. So yeah, in terms of the starting capital, start small, get consistent on a small account, and then look for funding, whether that's savings that you have like your personal accounts, or whether it's go for funding. Whatever your financial position is, that's not for me, my position to say. I don't know, everyone's personal circumstances is different, but all I can say is, like I say, get consistent on a small account, learn, don't rush it, don't try and compound that account and grow the account and over risk, because you'll end up blowing the account most likely. When you have a few losses in a row, or you have a drawdown period, if you're over risking, you're going to blow the whole account. Start small, risk 1%, 2% of your account. Get consistent, get the data that for X amount of months you've been consistently profitable. And then once you feel you're ready, which you'll know in your own time, either go for funding, or scale up your capital, increase your capital. So now your 1 or 2% winners are a lot more monetary wise, and then the money will come. So learn the skill, scale up, and then the money will come. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe. I'd appreciate it a lot. If you want to follow my Instagram, jshenwell1, I post my day-to-day stuff outside of YouTube on that. So if you want to follow me on that, I'd appreciate that. Appreciate you liking and subscribing. Thanks for all the comments and all the likes and the people that have subscribed from the previous videos. I do really, really appreciate it. And let me know if there's any videos you want me to make that you're personally interested in, and I'll consider making that. So yeah, thanks guys. I'll see you in the next video.